The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
The Scoop. The Scoop. Hey, what's up? This is your girl Ashley Marie, and you're tuned into The Scoop, your one stop for all things love, lifestyle, and relationships on MorrisMediaLive.com.
I said, welcome to the school. You know it's time to tune in. You gotta tell all your friends, girl, welcome to the school. You know it's time to tune in. You better tell all your friends, homie, welcome to the school. The time is now, tune in. You better buzz in your friends, y'all, welcome to the school. Gather round, tune in. Now let the show begin. Hey, look, it's time to tune in. If you not, then you faking it. The best topics, love, lifestyle, and relationships. The dopest host in the world, Ashley Marie, holding it down from 7:30 to the 9:00 p.m. You better tell a friend every Wednesday night, cause you know she going in. They breaking the hottest artist in the game right now. No competition, so she in her own lane right now. You need the latest and the greatest, somebody that's gonna debate it. Well, we got it on lock, I know they hate it. See, you can learn a lot if you choose to pay attention. We talk world news, sports, don't let me fail to mention how to get your money right, so you can live a lovely life. Call in and get you some advice. It's not a game no more, we taking over the airwaves. MorrisMediaLive.com to catch the replays. You know it's time to tune in. You gotta tell all your friends, girl, welcome to the school. You know it's time to tune in. You better tell all your friends, homie, welcome to the school. The time is now, tune in. You better buzz in your friends, y'all, welcome to the school. Gather round, tune in. Now let the show begin.
Welcome to The Scoop, you guys. Happy Wednesday. I'm your host, Ashley Marie, hanging out here in studio with a very special guest. I'm so excited to have this young lady on. You guys help me welcome to The Scoop singer, songwriter, producer, Dria.
Hi.
Welcome to The Scoop, Lady Dria.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
She has worked with artists such as Logic, Ray J, Meek Mill, Young Thug, Rick Ross, Drake, and collaboration with Drake. Yeah. And Drake and Serena Williams, but we'll talk about that later on. But I do want to welcome you to The Scoop.
Thank you.
And welcome you to LA.
Thank you.
I just found out that you actually live in Florida.
Yep.
But you're from LA area. So tell us about your background. Where are you from?
Well, I was born in Houston, Texas, but I was raised in Placentia / Fullerton / Brea area.
Okay. OC girl.
Yeah, I'm an OC girl.
All right. So where do you say you got your roots from as far as musically and artistically? More from Houston or from
It's both.
From here? Okay.
It's both.
Attributed to both places.
Because I find myself every time I do a song, like, or me and my partner, every time we do a song, it's like we always add that Houston bounce to it, and then we still add like LA. I don't know. It's a combo, but every time we always have to add something.
Dope.
Texas, because he's from Texas too.
Okay, but I feel like Texas has that slower.
Yeah, it's like a, I don't know, like a screw, like
the
like
chop
a vibe.
and screw.
Yeah.
That Slim Thug
Yeah.
vibe. Okay, so how did you get your start in the entertainment industry?
Oh man,
Because you've done so much.
I have.
In such a not a long time, right?
No, actually, it hasn't been.
Yeah, it hasn't
I mean,
been.
I've been doing music for a really long time.
Yeah. But pursuing it,
And actually being in the industry probably about 4 years.
yeah, and you've been killing it. You
Yeah.
have some. How did you get started?
Well, actually, I think it's been longer than 4 years. I think it's, gosh, I don't remember. But we actually met with this manager. Okay, let me go back to the story. Okay, the story is, me and my partner Chris had come out here to LA for like NBA weekend or something like that.
Okay, like All-Star weekend.
Yeah. To come just hang out and just kind of network. And so on the radio we heard, "Welcome to my what? The DJ Khaled song. And
Right.
Chris goes, man, that beat is hard. Who is that? Who produced that? And so we found the producers called the Renegades on Twitter, and he connected with their manager on Twitter. And so he sent us a batch of like beats and was like, yo, write to these. Let me see what y'all can do. So me and him, like literally, our son was like maybe 2 months, 3 months, but we're like, okay, we're going balls to the wall. We're gonna not sleep, regardless if we got to take care of a new baby, whatever. We got work to do. You know, this is an opportunity. So we spent 2 days like not sleeping.
Wow.
And knocked out like, I don't know how many records it was, maybe 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just writing to them.
Just writing and recording and, you know, mixing and putting it together and sending it over. And he was impressed. And after that, we just kept getting more stuff and more stuff and more stuff, working with them and getting the practice. And, you know, and then it spiraled into a networking and just, I mean, it's just blossomed into.
Did you have songwriting experience prior to that?
In my notebooks.
But not professionally?
No.
Wow.
No. We were pursuing being we created a writing team.
Right.
Yeah.
And your writing team is called the Front Runners.
The Front Runners, yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll talk about that. You and your partner / husband.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. By the way, I love your scarf.
Thank you.
We were just talking about scarves.
Yeah.
I was telling Dria that she inspired me because I just purchase a scarf, but I'm afraid to figure out how to tie it in a cute way. So that's my challenge this weekend. You've challenged me to step up my game.
Wait to see it.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. Alrighty, so that's how you guys got your start. And what were their responses when they when you turned in the finished product?
Here's a contract. Can we manage you?
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's how it started.
Yeah, he wanted to manage. So we signed a contract with them, and he managed us for 2 years, and it just went from there.
Okay. What did you learn from that experience?
Oh my gosh. It's actually, I've learned that hard work and working when everyone else is sleeping really pays off, you know, because there's a lot of talented people in the world, but it's really about your work ethic and your, you know, quality of work. And, you know, so we learned that like very, very at the very beginning. And that's really been the foundation.
And that's what's carried you so far. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Alrighty. So you do have a background in musical theater as well, but what made you lock in on the music versus like going the acting route?
You know, honestly, I think it was a little bit of discouragement. I loved being in musical theater and I loved acting. But as I started exploring into it and learning more and auditioning for more things in school, I realized there wasn't a lot of black roles. You know, a lot of the black role, I mean, I could be casted as an ensemble, but the main characters, a lot of them weren't black.
Yeah.
And so not that my school wasn't racist or anything. Nobody was racist, but they wanted to mimic what the real deal was. You know, if you looking at, you know, for instance, Hello Dolly on TV, and you're seeing Barbara Streisand as, you know, Dolly. A school is not going to do a black Dolly. They want to mimic what is the best, and so it was really tough to get roles. And I knew I was a good singer. And writing was my passion. Writing and singing was my passion. So I was like, you know, I'm not going to pursue the musical theater part of it, but I still want to do music.
You still want to do music.
I still want to sing.
That was actually a very intelligent way to process through that and make a decision. Because you know, when you're younger, it's hard to make those decisions.
That's very true.
So you and your business partner, your husband, created a songwriting and production team called the Front Runners, like we just talked about. How did that come about? Because you already had a contract and you were already being managed. So what made you guys want to branch out and do your own thing?
What you mean, like branch out away
to do Front Runners.
Oh, we were doing Front Runners before.
Oh,
like we started it when we were writing, but we weren't doing it. We didn't know anybody. We were just working in our
opportunity
apartment.
Open.
Yeah, exactly. So we were working together for like we met each other on MySpace. He was looking for an artist to work with.
Whoa.
Yeah.
On MySpace.
On MySpace.
So this is.
Oh, shoot! I just dated myself.
Yeah.
So Instagram. We met
I know,
Instagram.
right? He actually slid in my DMs.
Yeah, exactly.
Forget I said that.
But yeah, so he met me. He wanted an artist to work with, and we started working together. And you know, we just had a working relationship for 5 years. And,
wow.
Yeah, and then we decided, okay. A friend of ours, we decided we just wanted to work together because I was really, according to him, I was a really good writer, and he wanted to be a stronger writer. So we'd have like writing competitions together.
Oh, how
and, he's more of a producer.
Yeah.
And so, he would produce the songs, and then we'd write in together, and then I'd record them. And then we just kind of became this engine on our own and decided to just, make a writing team together.
Wow. At what point did it turn into romance?
While it became a writing team.
Oh,
because we spent a lot of time together.
Who made the first move?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah, well, okay.
Well, you obviously felt some kind of energy.
I did. There was an energy. We were friends. And at the time I was engaged.
Ooh,
yeah, I was engaged.
Just as juicy, you guys.
Yeah, it does get juicy. So I was engaged, but I was at a point in my relationship where I just was like, I'm done. It wasn't working. And so, me and him had been talking, and I lived in Houston at the time, and he lived in Dallas.
Okay.
And I broke up with my ex, and then I was like, you know what, and then he would talk to me because he really was my friend, like my friend. He wasn't like flirting with me at any time in my relationship, but he was truly my friend, and he'd be like, you forgot about music. You're engaged and you're in love, quote unquote, and you forgot about music. You don't do music like you used to. Wow. And so when he moved to Dallas, it made it easier. I was like, you know what? I broke up with him. I'm going to go to Dallas, and we're going to start working together again, like hard. And we did, and it just kind of turned into...
It grew into...
Yeah, it turned into a relationship.
Wow.
Yeah, very quickly.
Yeah. So how long did you guys date before you got engaged?
It was 6 months. I just calculated it. November, December, January, February. September, October, November, December, January, February. 7 months.
7 months. Wow. Well, he knew. He wasn't playing.
Yeah, no, he wasn't.
Good.
He wasn't expecting it either.
You weren't expecting it?
Neither one of us was like expecting to like be in a relationship. Like we weren't going into anything like...
Right. You guys were just focused on the music.
Yeah.
And it turned into love.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful story.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to get more into your musical journey. We're going to take a quick break, but our first break song for the night is actually one of your songs. Yay. It is called Baby I Got You.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about this song.
Okay, so there's two producers by the name of Nate and Charity.
Okay.
And they had sent over a track, because the way we work most of the time is like people will send over tracks and be like, yo, can you write something to this, or can you write for so-and-so, or whatever. And so they sent over the song, and I was like, man, this track is dope. And I just immediately caught a vibe to it and just started writing to it. And I went in and I showed Chris, he put his little thing to it. And after the song was done, I was like, this is my song.
Right.
Like, I'm not giving this to anybody.
Right.
I want this song. Because it was just so real. Like,
you felt it.
Yeah, it's the things that I literally would say. Like, it was fun. Like, so.
All right. Well, we are here in studio, you guys, if you're just tuning in with Dria. You're tuned into The Scoop. If you want to call in and chat, feel free to do so, 323-293-3375. But this is her single with, this is Dria with Baby I Got You.
Yeah. Nobody. Ooh, got me shook up.
nobody, nobody, nobody. Yeah. Love you the way. Nobody, nobody, nobody. Nobody, baby. Ooh. Got me shook up, shook up, shook up. I got you, baby. Got me shook up, shook up, shook up. I got you.
Welcome back to the Scoop, you guys. That was Dria, our in-studio guest,
Yay.
with her song, Baby, I Got You.
Yeah.
Looking at the wrong song. So you just gave me a really good fact about that. You've been getting a lot of good feedback on that song.
Yes.
So we should be hearing it in a lot of different places soon, right?
Yes.
I'm sure you don't want to say everything.
No, I'm going to speak it out.
Go ahead and speak it then.
Y'all are going to be walking into the store and you're going to be like, is that Baby I Got You?
That
I'm
is
walking
Baby
in the store and be
I
like,
Got
is that me? It's going to happen. I just got a placement today, so.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So if you guys are out shopping and you hear Baby I Got You, make sure you put it on your Instagram story and tag tag Dria.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So describe your writing process.
Ooh.
Like, what is that like? How do you find inspiration, and how do you take the inspiration and turn it into an actual song?
Oh, okay. So there's a couple ways. Actually, there's a few ways. If I'm working with the artist, I like to literally sit with the artist for like, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes and just chill, like in the studio, and ask questions and
Get to know them.
yeah, like really get to know them because,
organically.
Yes, I'm a word person, a story person. So, and I like things to be like authentic. I don't like to make up stuff. And so that's one way. And then I'll start writing. And then another way is I'll listen to the track, and whatever vibe it gives me, whatever it could speak to me, I wait for it to speak to me and tell me what it's supposed to be about. And then just come up with different concepts and different things that I hear within the song. And sometimes I'll Google pictures of, like, if I want the song to be about love, I'll Google pictures of love. And then I'll just look through pictures and look for inspiration and, think about stories. And
So do you turn on the beat and then like close your eyes and
I know.
try to figure out what you can imagine?
Yeah, I don't close my eyes, but I do vibe.
Yeah, you just vibe to it.
I'll just listen until I feel something and then write it down.
Yeah, kind of like when we were just listening to Baby I Got You, I was telling you that, like, I felt like that was a Saturday morning song that you can put on. Like, it's a Saturday morning, you putting that on, you're doing some cleaning, you're getting yourself ready for the day to get out and have some fun. So I understand that for sure. So how do you decide, and you kind of were talking about this with your process with Baby I Got You, but how do you decide what song is going to be Dria's, and then what song are you going to let go? Because I'd imagine you probably have an attachment to all of your work that you write.
Not all of it.
Okay.
I have attachment to certain songs.
Okay.
But sometimes I'm like, oh, I want that for myself. But I mean, if I realistically don't have like maybe the resources, or it's not in the plan to put that song out right now and I can promote it better than I can sell it to somebody, then I'm not going to, even though I would love to. But and then sometimes, or most of the time, when producers send over a track to work on, it's usually for somebody. So they're submitting it. And so, I mean, there's been times where we don't find out for like a year later whether a song is placed or not. So I can't really move on it.
Right.
Unless I ask them if it's okay.
Like, hey, what's going on with that song?
Yeah.
I actually really liked it.
Yeah.
So you've written and laid tracks for like some of the biggest names in hip hop, Rick Ross, Drake, Meek. So how did all those collabs come into play?
Well,
let's start with Meek Mill. How did the Meek Mill collab come into play?
We're working with a producer named Street Runner.
Okay.
And he was working on Meek Mill's album.
Which album?
DC4.
Okay.
Yeah. And honestly, I've never met Meek Mill. So it was all through the producer.
The producer.
Yeah, so, he sent over a couple tracks he was working on for him and asked us to do some vocal stuff throughout it. So we came up with a bunch of different vocal runs and different words and different, melodies and all these things, and just, sent him over, and then he took those and put them into the track. So then, it became a part of the song. Yeah. And so then Meek put it, and the one in particular I'm talking about, Shine, he put, his rap on the top of it. And, my vocals and vocal arrangement and melody is in the track.
So can you give us a little snippet of how your vocals went on that song?
Oh, you smile, 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 ooh, 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 hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, it's like in the track. Like, it's dope.
That sounds dope. Yeah, that's a good one. What about with Rick Ross? Have you ever met Ross?
I have not.
You live in Florida. You haven't met Ross yet?
I've only been in Florida 2 years. And no, I haven't met Rick Ross yet. And it was still through that producer Street Runner we were working with. He had sent over something. Actually, it was 2 different songs. One song, Money Dance with The Dream. Okay. That was actually branched off of a vocal kit that we did with another producer by the name of S1. Okay. And so we did a vocal kit with vocal textures and, again, melodies and different, words and things that we put together, and then a producer by the name of Jake One used the vocal kit or that specific piece in his song. And so, then it became, again, the same thing. Like Meek Mill became a part of the song, and then my voice became a part of the track.
Right.
And, so that's how that worked out.
How do you not get into your own head when you're getting into these processes, and that the song has the potential of getting into, these big artists' hands? Well,
I mean, I honestly say the same thing every single time. This is an opportunity, and you've got to do the best that you can do. And once you do the best that you can do, it's out there. Let it go. Like, don't. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie. There's been times where I get really nervous. Like, oh my gosh, okay, this has to be perfect, and it has to sound like this, and no, it can't sound like that, and we'll argue back and forth. But for the most part, I know it's not. I live. There's a saying that I say to myself: it's not an option. Like, you can't. It's not an option not to do what you need to do to make it happen. And if it doesn't, then it's just not meant to be. But at least you did the best that you could do. Right. So yeah.
Nice. And then how did the Drake and Serena Williams collaboration come into play?
Well, actually, Serena Williams is my best friend. She's one of my best friends. Aww. Yeah, and so she was doing a fashion show in New York. And, she knows I do music, but there's certain opportunities where, that was the first one. Like, she had come to me and was like, can you guys do music for my show? We're like, heck yeah. So we're so excited. We put together like a whole bunch of things based on her pieces and stuff. And then she took that and her team and they worked with Drake to include some of his stuff. And so we all went back and forth about what was going to be pieced together and how it was going to be pieced together for the runway piece of the show.
Nice. And she has is that for her
HSN at the time? Yeah.
HSN. Okay. But now she has like a athletic line out, right?
She has her own line, Serena.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But it's athletic wear, right?
Kinda.
I feel like I always...
Well, it's not totally athletic. No, she has dresses. And tops and T-shirts and jean dresses.
How did you get... Did you play tennis growing up?
No.
How did you guys become friends?
It's funny. We met in the 4th grade, actually.
How cute.
Yeah. So it was in Placentia, and her mom worked close to my school, so she would bring all of the girls down, and they all went to school down by her job. So when she got off, she could pick them up, right? Because it was, you know how traffic is. So, anyways, we met in the 4th grade. We were in the same class, and I was like, "Oh, another black girl." And she was like, she's from Compton, so she came there. She was like, "Oh, another black girl." Right. So we were like, we became friends.
Yeah, and 2 peas in a pod.
Yeah, exactly. And we
Just built a friendship.
We built
from
a
there?
friendship. She moved away. She moved to Florida, and we had a connection. So she would write letters back to me
Aw,
at the
how
school.
sweet.
Like, what fourth grader does that?
Yeah.
So she wrote letters back to the school, and then I would write a letter and give it back to the secretary, and she would mail it.
How
and
cute.
Yeah.
You guys were pen pals.
Yeah, and then we lost contact actually in high school.
Oh, no.
I mean, after elementary. After elementary, we lost contact. And straight small world. My dad's friend, who he played basketball with in a basketball league, he was best friends with an NFL player, and he gave him tickets to Indian Wells. And so he went out. My dad's friend went out to Indian Wells and saw Serena and Venus play. And they came back to our house one day and was like, "Hey, I saw Serena and Venus, those girls." At the tennis match or whatever, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I went to school with them. Those are my friends." And he was like, "Well, I'm going back tomorrow. You want to send something?" So I wrote another letter.
How cute.
And put a picture in. I was like, "You remember me?"
How cute.
And then we were like 8th or 9th grade,
Yeah.
and then Venus wrote me back, and then we've been in contact
Ever
since then.
since. That is so adorable.
Yeah.
That's like the cutest story ever.
I never tell it. Really.
No, but that's very unique. Like,
Yeah.
you don't hear friendship stories like that. That's
Yeah.
good that you guys are now both grown women, married, and still maintaining a
And
friendship.
now with children.
Now with children, you guys both have kids. So that's an awesome friendship journey to have. All right, so and then I wanted to ask you about another collab. You actually the song that you wrote with Meek Mill got featured on Ballers.
It did.
That's awesome.
It did.
That's a very popular show.
Yeah. We were
Yeah.
excited about that.
All right, and then you also, more on the collaboration piece, you also worked with Ray J and Migos.
Yeah.
And did you know at this time were the Migos as big as they are?
No, they
now?
were just starting.
They were just starting.
They
Okay.
were.
Yeah, because I was gonna say they. When I looked at the video, I was like, okay, this must have been when they first started.
It
Not that they
was.
weren't good or anything, but
They were bubbling.
yeah, but I could tell that this was,
Yeah.
they weren't the Migos yet.
Yeah.
Did you know that they were gonna be who they are now?
No.
You didn't know.
I had actually my first time meeting them was at the video
At the
shoot.
how were they?
Kind of standoffish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they. I don't know if that was who they were. I don't think they knew who I was.
Right.
Like,
so they're like, okay.
yeah, and I didn't want to be like, "Oh, I'm the girl that's on the,"
Yeah.
I guess I should have. Now
I'm sure they
thinking
figured it out though.
Yeah, obviously they figured it out later, but in the beginning, like they were like, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I was just another chick. I don't
Right.
know.
That's so funny. How was it working with Ray J? He seems like
He's so
such
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like such a big personality and just a fun person.
He
to work
is. He's funny. He's fun. He's sweet. He's
Yeah.
just, but he's so laid back. He's cool.
Yeah, he seems like a real cool
Yeah,
guy.
really cool.
Do you watch Love and Hip Hop? Because that song that you made with him actually got featured on Love
Yeah,
and Hip Hop. Do
yeah.
you watch that show?
I don't watch the Hollywood one as much. I
Okay.
love Atlanta.
Oh, you like that's the
yes, but
ratchet
I haven't
one,
even
girl.
caught up on the new one, like
Okay.
the new one. And I watched the New York one too.
Okay, I know the Atlanta one's real ratchet.
Yeah, it is. It's totally ratchet.
So let's see here. You actually, okay, so let me ask you this. There's a lot of artists right now that are going on, Love and Hip Hop and in those shows in hopes to promote their music and to bring, more of a audience to their music and what they're doing. Do you think that that's something that can be helpful or hurt?
Absolutely. It can be both.
Okay.
I think if you have the right people in your ear and on your team, it could be very helpful because, they're able to keep you balanced and make it, not, kind of watch the way you represent yourself as a brand.
Right.
But if you don't have that, you're pretty screwed. Like,
Yeah.
you have a great reputation for being ratchet, but
It's
other
worked.
than that-
I feel like it's worked really well for like Cardi.
yeah.
It worked awesome for Cardi.
Because
She's-
Cardi's a hustler.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm getting something out of this, and she took it to that next level. But there's
She
certain
did.
girls that kind of live in that circle of just being the girl that fights and not really. I don't know how their businesses are doing on the side because they could be doing really well by them doing that. I don't know.
Right. They're like, I'm going to keep throwing.
But yeah. I mean,
his
obviously.
fist.
Yeah. So. I don't know. I think it could be a good or bad. It just
Yeah.
depends on how you represent
Would you
yourself.
do it? If Mona Scott came to you and said, Dria, I want you on Love and Hip Hop, Florida, Miami, would you do it?
I'm open to the conversation.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
What would your partner say?
He'd be like, do that.
Do that.
Yeah.
You gonna get on a Love and Hip Hop show?
Yeah.
So how would you describe your personal sound?
Ooh, gosh. It's like, I guess the best way to put it is like R&B hip hop. Because I like to rap too.
Yeah.
And so I like to keep, but I like to sing. But I always at some point, I notice when I'm listening back to my stuff, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm always rapping somewhere.
Yeah.
Even if it's rap singing.
Yeah, I saw one of your rap videos on Instagram. Oh, and you were good. I was like, okay, she's real good.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell us about the project that you have out now, or that's coming out.
It's coming out. Okay. I have songs out right now that I'm promoting. Mm-hmm. But my album. Tell you about the album.
Yeah, tell me all about this album.
Well, it's funny. Because I come back from a New York trip, and we had already talked about me starting to work on an album, and I didn't know what it was going to be about or anything. And I was driving in my car one day, and there's all these little melodies started coming in my head, like, I want to be somebody, everybody. So I was like, what is that? So I'm just recording on my phone, and like 2-3 days go by, and I got a pile of just melodies and all this stuff. And I went in the studio and just laid them all down a cappella. And then my partner Chris came in and just built around it. And then we pulled some songs from obviously our catalog of songs where nobody's taken them, but we absolutely love them for me. So I pulled some of those and put them together, and it just became a diverse piece. It's like it shows the R&B side, it shows the hip hop side, it shows my it shows my aggressive side, it shows and
I feel like you have a neo soul vibe too.
I've always wanted to be neo soul, and I've always listened to and loved it and just really felt it. So I think it's just a part of me that comes out, and subconsciously I don't even realize
that you're doing it.
Exactly.
It's just a part of who you are.
Exactly.
So what's the name of the project?
When I Grow Up.
When I Grow Up. Okay. Why When I Grow Up?
It's funny. I have a mentor. Her name is Linda Liu, and we have many conversations just about the industry and just about personal growth. And I remember her asking me one day, she's like, "What do you want to be when you grow up, D?" And I'm like, I am grown. What you talking about? I'm grown.
It's a very interesting question to ask a grown woman.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, and then I thought about it one day. I was like, yeah, I guess when I grow up, what do I want to be? Like, what do I really want to be doing?
That's super thought-provoking.
Yeah. So I have my son at the beginning of the album, and he says, once upon a time, there's a girl named Dria, blah, blah, blah. And I realized that I needed to be in the space where God wanted me to be and my destiny. So when I grow up is just me being me and sharing myself with the world and sharing my gift and not taking my gift for granted and not restricting myself and not, trying to be something that I'm not and trying to be something that other people try to make me be or feel like I should be because of the industry. And I just decided to just let go and just do whatever God put in my heart and what is my destiny. So that's what I want to be when I grow up, what I'm supposed to be.
Not conforming to the world standards, but just being in tune with who you are.
Exactly. And if I want to sing R&B on one song and then I want to rap on the next one, or I want to sing neo soul, I can do that because those are my gifts and that's what I'm going to share.
Do you get backlash for kind of jumping around?
I do by some people in my life. But there's a way to tame it. but there's also a way to, still be openly creative.
But you still have to be, you still have to be. Who are your inspirations?
Oh, gosh. Lauryn Hill, Brandy, of course, Beyonce. Her work ethic is just phenomenal. I don't think, oh my gosh, it'll never get old. Celine Dion, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, even Adele. Gosh, there's so many. Babyface, Stevie Wonder, Jill Scott, India Arie. There's so many.
Yeah, so many talented.
There's so many
women that you and men in the industry that you probably look up to.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you. I was looking at this video earlier today, and there was this teacher who used to be Jay-Z's teacher. Like in, I don't know, maybe 5th grade.
Okay.
And I think it was 6th grade. And she said she gave him a test or reading test, and he scored at a 12th grade level, and he was in 6th grade. And she told him, like, you're really smart. Make sure you do something with this.
Yeah.
And obviously he has.
He did.
But I wanted to ask you, was there a teacher or a aha moment in your childhood or in your journey where you're like, oh my God, this is exactly what I need to be doing? I know we talked about it a little bit earlier when I was asking you why you decided to go the music route versus the theater route, but have you had any other aha moments where you felt like God was speaking to you maybe through somebody else and saying, go this way or do this?
As a child?
As a child or as a young adult?
Not as a child. I don't think so.
No.
I mean, I just looked up to my dad. My dad was a songwriter and a singer
your dad
too.
was a songwriter.
Yeah, and he
Okay.
used to record and bring home songs all the time.
So this is in your genes.
It is. It's in my
genetic.
genes. It's in my genes.
Okay, so don't feel bad that you guys can't sing and songwrite like Dria. She just got it like that.
Well, I had an aha moment. I guess my aha moment recently, it's been about a year, year and a half. I always have people constantly around me like, you need to be doing this and you need to be doing that. And, you have a beautiful voice. You need to keep pushing, keep doing this, whatever. But for me, it was like a mental thing. Like it was something blocking me from even accomplishing what I knew I was capable of accomplishing. And I remember going to the Bahamas and I got on a jet ski. I'm so scared of the ocean. Like so scared.
I feel like the same. Okay, so I'm not afraid of like getting on a jet ski, but I don't like the ocean because it's like a whole nother world, right?
Yeah. And you don't
not
know.
controlled.
Yeah, you don't know what's in there. Yeah, you might. That's what I've always been scared of, the unknown.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, what's in there?
For sure.
Yeah. And so
did you fall off the jet ski?
I did. I fell off the jet ski and I lost my mind. I was in the middle. Like you could look back. Like it was far. I almost threw up. I was like, oh my God. My husband's like, calm down.
Stay calm.
Just relax, breathe. And so I started breathing. And when I felt like everything was okay, then I got back on, we rode, and then we stopped somewhere in the middle. And a couple of our friends were like, let's get off and jump in. And I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I
Okay.
felt like, okay, I did it that time. So I guess I could do it now. And I did it and I got back on. And after that, I felt so liberated. Like I was like, okay, I conquered
that
a
fear
fear.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I conquered that fear.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I can fall off the ocean, I'll fall off a jet ski in the middle of the ocean and be freaked out and get over it. I can do anything. Like you can literally do
That's
anything.
a good aha. I love those aha moments.
Yeah.
I love that. All right, so you have a song called Silly.
Yeah.
In the song you say, just because you got some red bottoms don't mean you ball, because the next chick got them.
Yeah.
We some silly girls in our silly world made of plastic, hair fanatics.
Yeah.
What did you mean by that?
I mean, we're obsessed with hair, fake hair, wigs, even braids, even, perm, straight hair, long hair. Like we're just
Even the natural movement.
Yeah.
Like, are you natural? Are you
Yeah, exactly. So we just are obsessed with hair. We're obsessed with, nice things or, you know, something that's better than the next chick. I'm just talking for like chicks that hate, you know, and you really don't have to, because like, I mean, what, just because you, like I said, just because you have a pair of Brett bottoms, I mean, those cost what, $2,000. I mean, some chicks can make that in a paycheck and go buy themselves a pair of Brett. I mean, it's not overly special. You know what I mean? So what makes you feel like you're better because you have that?
Like, dig deeper.
Yeah.
Like what truly makes you special, right? Yeah, I like that. All right, well, why don't we get into that song?
Yeah.
This is your single, Silly. But were you irritated when you wrote this song? Did someone rub you the wrong way? But it was just like, okay, we got get this under control.
Yeah.
Like all this.
We do, because I'm a lover. I feel like support.
Yeah, that too. And I feel like all of social media is very much so like hair driven, makeup driven.
Yeah. Looking a certain way.
So I like that. So you guys, this is Dria with Silly. Check it out.
Oh yeah.
We be out spending checks, flossing, bragging on success. 'Cause you got them red bottoms. Don't mean you bald, 'cause the next chick got them on. We on the same team, why you act like you the champion? What did you win? Played yourself again. We some silly girls in our silly world, made of plastic, hair fanatics. With some silly girls in our silly world, we're dramatic. We acting silly. Talking about the next chick behind the back. Look the way you acting silly. Doing what they want us to do so they can sit back, laugh at you. You acting like a silly girl in a silly world. We don't have to act like that, no. Silly girl in a silly world. We don't have to treat each other like that. We be like she, 'cause she sliding down that pole. She be like, I'm superwoman, I ain't got no man at home. Yeah, she got them real problems. Don't mean it's wrong, 'cause every chick got them. We on the same team, why you act like you the champion? What did you win? Played yourself again. We some silly girls in our silly world, made of plastic, hair fanatics. With some silly girls in our silly world, we're dramatic. We acting silly. Talking about the next chick behind the back. Look the way you acting silly. Doing what they want us to do so they can sit back, laugh at you. You acting like a silly girl in a silly world. We don't have to act like that, no. Silly girl in a silly world. We don't have to treat each other like that, girls. I'ma keep it real this time. I'ma say what's on my mind. Gotta be on each other's side. We all got insecurities. We all got instability. We all got devils on our backs. Yeah, we got them all. We can't judge each other now. We acting silly. Talking about the next chick behind the back. Look the way you acting silly. Doing what they want us to do so they can sit back, laugh at you. You acting like a silly girl in a silly world. We don't have to act like that, no. Silly girl in a silly world. We don't have to treat each other like that,
Welcome back to the Scoop, you guys. That was Dria with Silly. If you want to call in and chat, you can definitely do that. 323-293-3375. Dria will be more than happy to answer all your questions.
Oh, yeah.
She's an open book.
Yes, I am.
All right. So Silly is definitely an interesting song. We were talking about how that song is getting really good reception as well.
Yeah, it is.
Very catchy beat. Did you guys make that beat?
No, actually, that was a producer by the name of Cardiac.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope beat. And the content is great on that too.
Thank you.
So what are some challenges that you have faced in your journey so far in the entertainment industry?
Challenges. I like to be in the studio with people. Like,
like when you're working with, like if I'm writing for you,
Yeah.
I want to be in the studio.
yeah, I
with
want to
you.
know what you're working on. I want to hear something. I want to, kind of stay along the same
Right.
vibe and, same subject or whatever. Just want to know what. And it's very hard to get that kind of information from people. It's like,
Gotcha.
Hey, Rihanna's looking for an album. Rihanna's looking for a song. Can y'all write a smash to it? That's like the word smash. And I'm like, okay, so what is the album about?
Right.
Oh yeah, we don't know. They just, something like, and people just start making up stuff sometimes, and it's like, it's frustrating. Cause,
Right. Like, did you get this? Who'd you get this information
yeah, who'd you
from?
get it? Okay, who's your contact? Who, it's like, it's really tough to get to the root of, because I want to be in the studio, and I think that's the best way to really nail what they're looking for and close the deal.
Right. Okay. All right. So that's a challenge, I'd imagine. Now, rapper Wale, you know who that is. He just recently said that, I don't know if you heard this, but that racially ambiguous people have an advantage in business, especially in the entertainment industry and in life in general. So being that we're both melanin sisters, what are your thoughts on that? Like, do you think racially ambiguous people have more of an advantage in the entertainment industry?
I don't know, to be honest.
Uh-huh.
I could imagine that it could be, up to people's perception of what you could be, and which will cause them to treat you a certain way or treat you accordingly.
Yeah.
But if you look more of something, that's usually what you're classified as, and so then people would treat you accordingly. So, but I don't know. I've never really.
So, like, for example, and I can't think of the young lady's name. She's actually one of the cast members on Love and Hip Hop, and I think that's Miami. She's Afro Latina.
Yeah.
Amara or
Yeah.
Amara Legra or I forget her name.
La Negra,
something like that. She was talking about how, she's kind of comparing herself to Cardi, saying that, maybe Cardi's journey's been a little bit easier, not to discredit her work and what she's done, versus someone like her who, may not be as well received, especially in the Latino community, because darker skin is viewed as ugly or not attractive or poor. And there's a lot of, cultures that view darker skin that way. Yeah. So do you see that? Do you feel that fair skin artists have an advantage or have it easier in the entertainment industry?
Gosh, that's a good one. Do I think fair skinned?
Be open.
I think.
You think so?
I think it could play a part.
Because Matthew Knowles even talked about that too.
I think it could play a part. I think it could. I mean, I'm thinking about the top artists.
Yeah.
And they are ambiguous, as you would say, and fair, like Rihanna and Beyonce and Tinashe. And,
even the ones that are like on the rise now, like your LMI.
Yeah, you don't really know what. Yeah. I definitely. I think so. But I think also, talent is talent, and you cannot deny talent.
Right? No, you can't, and you can't deny work ethic.
Ethic, exactly. Yeah. So, even to take it a step further.
Right.
Yeah, because talent is talent, but with the work ethic and the
And I don't think we're obviously, I'm not trying to discredit any of those people, but I'm just curious, like, do other people feel that way? Because I thought that was interesting that he said that.
I definitely think the music industry is very structured and very purposeful in the things that they do, especially for the artists that are kind of controlled or, you know, they don't have as much creative control in what they do. You know, then they're shaped and they're like, it's like a factory and they're pushed out.
Yeah.
So I think in that sense, the industry definitely wants to make the most money possible, and if they can do that by capturing a diverse group of people to purchase the product, then that's what they need to do.
That's what they're gonna do. Yeah. And even like in the, like, aside from the business part, but even in like the Black community, we see that too, how like sometimes fair skinned women are put on a little bit of a pedestal. Maybe not so much now, because
it's different.
It's now trendy. Melanin is like the trendy thing now, right?
Yeah.
Regardless of what shade you are. But I feel like in the 90s and like the early 2000s, we definitely saw that, right?
Yeah. I know when in Houston, like, you know, southern states, the light-skinned girl with the green eyes or, you know, hazel eyes and long hair.
That's the one getting chose.
Oh, yeah. You know, most of the time.
Yeah, that's true. Or I hate the you're pretty for a black or dark skinned girl line.
Oh,
yeah. So we definitely see that happening.
Yeah.
So when is your album actually coming out?
August 3rd.
August 3rd. So it's right around the corner.
Yeah.
So people are going to be able to stream it.
Yeah.
Okay. So where can they?
On iTunes.
It'll be on iTunes.
Yeah.
Where can people buy your music now? Like just your singles?
Yeah, my single Brand New is on iTunes.
Okay.
You can buy it. And it's part of the Apple Music. And then it's also on Spotify and on SoundCloud, on my SoundCloud, Dria Music. And then I also have promotional songs on my SoundCloud and Spotify as well, like, you know, Baby I Got You and Let Me Love You and Silly Girls. Those are just because I realized I was like, okay, I can't promote an album and I don't have any, you know, records out.
Yeah, you gotta
online.
have something.
Yeah, I gotta get them going. So I just flooded it. I was like, you know,
how's the streaming world been for you?
Brand New has been pretty good, and I'm noticing the more I do shows, the more my streams and my followers are building, which is really cool. It's really grassroots, and I think I might become addicted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because you probably experienced some like actual album sales in terms of like CDs. So you've been around from the CD to streaming transition.
Yeah.
So what do you prefer?
I don't buy CDs anymore.
Okay, I don't either.
Yeah.
But I feel like that transition happened so fast.
It did. I don't even remember.
Like what happened? How did this happen so fast?
The last time I bought a CD was 2008.
Ooh.
So that's like 8 years ago.
What CD was that?
That was Music Soul Child.
Okay.
Music. I don't remember the name of the album, but whatever came out in 2008, that's the one I bought.
That's the one you bought. Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. All right. So the Me Too movement is heavy right now.
Yeah.
Have you experienced any like inappropriate behavior from?
I have one.
Men in the you did?
Yeah, not recently. When I was younger, when I was like 18.
Okay.
There was a guy. Yeah, I won't even give it too much details, but there was a guy. He was older, you know, maybe 23, 24, and he was part of the music industry, very reputable label, and he just liked me. And I was like, I don't really like you. He wasn't even cute, like, but he just would say all the time, like, you know, he would invite me and my friend over, part of a girls group, and he would invite me and my friend over to his house, and, you know, we just just kicking it, you know, whatever. And he's like, you know, if you be my girl, you know, you can have everything. You can do this, you can do that, you know, I'll do this for you. And I just was like, yeah, I just don't even imagine myself kissing you. No, thanks. But it was like, he was blatant with it. Like, if you sleep with me and you're my girl, I can do all this stuff for you. And it wasn't overly aggressive, but it was just to the point where it was kind of uncomfortable.
Was he okay with the no? Was he respectful of the no?
He was respectful with the no, but it just he wouldn't stop. He was just persistent with it.
Right.
And I had to distance myself from him. It was uncomfortable. But other than that, no.
But you didn't feel like you needed to sell out or do something that you didn't feel comfortable doing in order to advance your career?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, because we hear a lot about that.
Not cute is not cute. I'm not cute.
You're like, I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah, I'd be the wrong gold digger. I'm not. That is not my title.
You would be a really bad gold digger.
Horrible. I'd be like, ooh, I can't even kiss you. $10,000. No.
Right, just take it back.
Just take it back.
Take the bag
I
back.
just can't. I'd probably throw up. I can't. No. I couldn't even fake it.
All right. So, but now you're married.
Yes.
So actress Nicole Kidman revealed her secret to maintaining a healthy relationship and marriage with her husband of 12 years, Keith Urban. You've been married for how many years?
9 years.
9 years. So you're getting close to that.
Oh yeah.
So their secret is they don't text one another. They only communicate via phone calls.
Oh.
Like no texting, right? So we've seen that meme going around like you can't build a relationship on text messages.
Right.
So they literally live that, and they've lived that probably for, I don't know if they've lived that the whole 12 years they've been together, but they literally they've made a decision to make phone calls versus texting. What has been your secret for having a successful marriage? Because you guys have been married for a while and you're both in the entertainment industry, so I'm sure that can get
it's tough.
stressful.
Very.
So what are some of your secrets?
We communication, like we are very truthful, honest, or we try to keep each other honest, shall I say, because we're not perfect, but
right.
Yeah, we try to just keep everything honest. If I feel something a certain way, I need to say it. Like, and if he feels a certain way, he says it. I might be mad and we might get into a fight about it, but he said it.
Yeah.
And that's been the base of our relationship, for the whole 9 years.
Yeah.
It's just honesty, like being honest and not being afraid to just say what you feel.
Exactly. Okay. Any other?
Let's see. We started a new thing, which is kind of funny. I can't cuss, can I?
You can cuss.
Oh, yeah. So we started a new thing where it's like, it's a code word. If he does anything that I feel is fucked up, or I do anything that he feels is fucked up, now we just have a code word where we just say fucked up. And it's worked a couple times on him where I was like, fucked up. And he'd be like,
so he's just like checking himself.
Okay, all right. And it's worked. Yeah. So,
Okay.
So
it gives you a moment to check yourself without having to get into like nagging mode.
Exactly. Exactly. I can't stand when you don't do this and do that. And just now I just like fucked up.
Ooh, that's good. I'm going to use that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to use that.
Well, we'll see where it goes, because it could get real catty. Like,
oh, really?
Fucked up. Well, you're fucked up too. Yeah. Well, you're more fucked up. And then we just go back and forth and start arguing.
I could see that. I could actually see that. And then everybody's just cussing.
Yeah.
And nothing's going anywhere. I like that. Alrighty. So are there any, being that you're a mom and a wife, are there any like song materials or topics that are off limits for you that you're like, I won't touch that because of my moral compass and because I'm a mom and I have a brand to uphold and I'm a, role model for my child and I'm a wife and all that? No, you're open to do. No, because if I am that, I'm a woman, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a friend, an entrepreneur, and there's a bunch of challenges that come with that. Okay. And if my purpose is for doing music is to speak to other women and help other women and, maybe touch another woman in a way that I don't know that I'm even touching her, or I do, in order for me to serve in my purpose, I can't limit myself to the things that I say, and now if I'm just saying it just to be saying it because I'm trying to be cool, right? That's another thing. That's different. I just want to speak the truth. If my husband gets on my nerves and I want to write a song about it, I'm going to write a song about it because you know what? There's a lot of women out there where their husband gets on their nerves. Right. And you want to hear, that's the type of stuff you relate to and you want to hear about, Like you have to be candid. So that way people can. Yeah, I feel like that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm just going to continue to do it. Are there any artists that you won't work with? or that you have worked with, you're like, I'm never working with that person again?
I don't think so. I don't have any. No, there's nobody off the top of my head that I wouldn't work with.
Okay, that you wouldn't work with. Okay. Has there anyone that's been difficult or unpleasant?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there's always the business side of things,
right?
You know, where it might be a negotiation thing.
Oh,
or, you know, those are
that's
normal
business.
things. But the actual artists that we work with,
no.
I haven't had anybody that's like, oh God, I can't stand that person. I can't.
Any like overseas artists that you like to work with? Like, you know, Afrobeats is really big right now. All the Caribbean artists too are starting to kind of cross over.
Yeah.
Any of those artists you would be interested in working with?
I'm interested in working as long as the vibe is right with each
You're
other.
open to
I'm
that?
open to that.
Cool.
I've always wanted to work with what's his name? The guy that worked with the DJ. Oh my gosh, what is brain cramp?
Movado?
No. Oh my gosh, just forget it.
Okay. We'll come back to it.
We'll come back to it.
We'll come back to it. Who's your dream artist to work with?
Ooh.
Like if you could leave the studio right now and go to the real studio, the music studio to record, who would be that dream artist that you'd be working with? Rihanna.
Yeah.
Why Rihanna?
I just like her rawness. I think, you know, she's already an open artist.
Yeah,
and
she's
just
very
raw.
open. Yeah.
That if I get in a room with her, we're gonna come out with a hella raw song,
Right.
like real stuff.
Right.
And I just think she's a dope person. Like, she's my friend, and she doesn't know that she's my friend already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, she's
That's
one of
okay.
those people that
Yeah.
you just want to be friends with.
Yeah, like we're actually homies.
Yeah.
That's
she
how I feel
seems
about
so
Beyonce.
Cool. Yeah. She would be the other artist that I would.
Beyonce?
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
She's killing it. Have you checked out her and Jay-Z's?
Yeah.
Does your husband rap or sing?
He does.
He does?
He raps, sings.
Do you
yeah.
guys have a dual album?
No, we don't, but we have a duet that we put out a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
Called Will and Jada.
How cute.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so it's about their relationship.
It's just about like wanting to be like Will and Jada. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like Alicia Keys' song, the family.
yeah, when she's talking about all the
like
the
aspiring.
couples that we aspire to.
Yeah.
The Bill and Camille.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, not so much anymore.
Oh,
but
yeah. Well,
things have changed.
It
But
has.
yeah. But when that song came out.
yeah.
So you did you sang national anthems at like tennis matches and NFL games.
Mm-hmm.
Would you still do an NFL game?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You would?
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Anywhere anybody ask me to come and sing.
So the kneeling, the protesting wouldn't change your decision?
No.
Okay, so you would still go.
Yeah.
Okay. Which games did you sing at?
I did it was Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Atlanta Falcons. I don't even remember what year it was.
Okay.
No, that was the only one I did, the football wise.
How nerve-wracking was that experience?
Oh man. You know what? Honestly, crazy enough, large art audiences I had no problem with performing in front of, because it's not intimate and personal.
And you're like, I can't see their faces anyway.
Yeah, it was just like, but the only thing that made me actually nervous was the feedback. I mean, not the feedback, the delay. So in the stadium, every time I would sing a line or a word, it would come back to me, and I never got the
yeah, like, oh shoot.
Yeah, I never got the hang
just
of it.
sang that.
Yeah, I don't know, and then it throws me off, and
That is kind of
that's
crazy.
the only nerve-wracking thing about it.
What tennis matches have you sing for?
I did Fed Cup. Now don't ask me years. I don't remember. But I've done the Fed Cup. I've done the U.S. Open.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's big.
I've done, what's another one I did in, where were we? I think it was in Florida. And where else? I think I've done a couple U.S. Opens. Yeah, so I did quite a few. And they were really fun. Really, really fun. I would do them again, actually.
You like the tennis matches better?
Yeah. Well, no, I just like them.
Oh, okay.
It's cool.
Alrighty. So now you worked with Logic, right?
yeah.
So how did that come about? Because he's really popular.
Yeah, actually on his very first album, right? He was working on his debut album, and there's a producer by the name of S1 that we work with. and he was in the studio with Logic, and me and Chris were in LA, and we were leaving. We were leaving to go back home. At the time we lived in the Bay Area, so we're driving back, and I think we're like an hour and a half outside of LA, and S1 called Chris and was like, "Hey, y'all, I'm in the studio with this, rapper named Logic, and he's working on this album. And he needs some songwriters, some dope songwriters, and vocalists. And I told him about y'all, and he told y'all to come through. Are y'all still here?" And we're like, "No, we're not, but we'll be there in about an hour and a half."
Right, we can make that happen.
Yeah. So my dad.
Did you guys know who it was? Who Logic was?
No. I mean, that's one had talked about him, but we didn't know. We didn't. Yeah. I'd never listened to him before.
Right.
But it was an opportunity, and so we turned around and came back and went in the studio with him. It was actually the last song in his album till the end.
Wow.
And yeah, he was like, "This is the last song, and I want to have this and that and dope, writing wise." And so we sat and we came up with the lyrics, and then went into the booth and did the vocal stuff. And he was like, "Man, you guys are dope." He's like, "Can you guys come back tomorrow and put your vocals and stuff on some other stuff that I have on the album?"
Oh wow.
We're like, "Yeah, sure." So we stayed the night and came back to the studio. We got on like 3 or 4 more songs on the album, and then after that he just kept asking us to.
How do you guys charge for like songs? Like, do you charge per line? Like, I've always wondered how that works. Is it per song? Like, I'm actually going to charge this much, or is it per hour?
Well, just really no. It's per project.
Okay.
Like per whatever project we're working on. Every situation is different.
Okay.
Some it's really about what kind of opportunity it is. And from a business standpoint, how it makes sense, for my business, and how it makes sense for your business. And it really just depends. And, anytime we do vocals, we're part of a union. So, we get paid vocal fees and stuff. But everything else is just always negotiable.
Understood.
It's more about the publishing, really.
Okay.
Publishing is what you eat off of.
Right.
Yeah, the upfront money's not.
And the publishing is basically who owns the rights to the song. So obviously an artist's goal would be to have their own publishing, right? So do you guys own all of your own publishing?
Well, we are signed to a publishing company. So they own our publishing right now. I mean, we still get a piece of the publishing, but it goes to them as well. But But the benefit to being signed to the publishing company is what? For them to put you into situations, and based off of their relationship,
right? That you typically wouldn't be able to access to.
Exactly.
Okay,
and then a lot of the times, how music in the music business, everything's delayed by like 9 to 12 months. And so if a song is popping now and it's on the radio, you're not getting paid for that right now. You're getting paid for that 9 months from now, because there's like a cycle of how things are distributed.
Okay.
And so the benefit of having a publishing company at the time is, if you need the money right away, they're willing, based on whatever projects you're working on, and if the profitability of those projects, they can give you an advance.
So even though you're signed to a publishing company, you would still be considered an independent artist. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Would you like to be signed to a label?
I wouldn't mind if the deal was right. I mean, I'm doing everything now. I'm funding it personally. But if I was able to get a record deal where I still have creative control over what I'm doing, and you want to fund, all the logistical side of the music, then
why not?
Why not?
But it would have to make sense.
It would definitely have to make sense.
I feel like most artists now are just independent. Like everything seems to be
because everything's
accessible. Yeah, everything's very accessible. People are putting out their own albums.
Exactly, because you can. But if you really, depending on what level you really want to be at, you really do at some point need to elevate to a higher level of marketing and promoting. But
what about like for example, like your Nipsey Hussles? I think he's indie. Chance the Rapper, I think he's indie too. And they've been able to transcend themselves.
They have.
And, going to a higher level. So I think it's possible.
It is. It's about how you invest your money.
That's
because it is a business.
That is true.
Yeah,
that is true. Do you ever get to a point where you're like, I don't know if I want to do music anymore.
Do
you feel that way? You do?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But now I'm at the point where I just tell when I say that to myself, I just say, you don't have a choice.
Right. I love that. I love that you tell yourself that.
I do. I really do. I'm like, you don't have a choice. Then what are you going to do? Go get a job? Are you going to go work 9 to 5 for someone else's business? Or are you going to do your own business? Because you have, like, I believe in myself. I know that I have the talent, and I know that I have the intelligence and the, you know, the business side of, you know, the business
and
mentality.
And you've made it this far.
Yeah. And I put in so much work.
Yeah.
Now it's like going to school for 4 years and then going, I don't want this degree.
Right. Throw this degree in the trash.
Just throw it away. Whatever.
All right. Well, why don't we get into your next song?
Okay.
This is Let Me Love You.
Yeah.
Tell us about this song.
Let me love. Yeah. So this is actually a song that we actually wrote for me.
Okay.
And it's really about my relationship.
Okay.
Like, I was in the shower one day and I was just like, if you just let me love you. I was like, ooh, and then we could sample my voice.
Yeah.
And so I got out of the shower and I was like, Chris, it's got to be like this. And he's like, that's dope. So then I recorded that part and then he made the beat and, you know, it was kind of like a break beat. And then we went back and wrote it. And I wrote it from the perspective of just, you know, sometimes in relationships, the person is like closes themselves to where they don't want to let you into them 100%, you know, and I think sometimes, I know I do that sometimes where it's like, you know.
Right. You close off.
Yeah, like, don't. And then, you know, it may be something in your past or your history, your past relationships where you're still kind of scarred a little bit or whatever. So I was just like, just open up, just let me love you. Like,
aww. So this happened in the shower.
Yes, it is.
All right, you guys, this is Dria with Let Me Love You. You tuned into The Scoop.
On the flag, down to Barbados, staying overnight. We ain't gonna sleep till it's daylight. That's what I be seeing when I'm daydreaming. You don't even know it, but I stay scheming. I'm just trying to get you up in my life. I'm just trying to get you up in my life. And I ain't going nowhere. And you ain't going nowhere. From the bottom to top, we're solid like rock. And can't nobody break us down, oh no. All these dudes are see-through. So that means that I only see you. From the bottom to top, we're solid like rock. And I just wanna love you. Why don't you let me, oh, let me love you.
Welcome back to The Scoop, you guys. That was Dria with Let Me Love You. You said you've done more than one version of this song.
Yes.
So how many versions of your songs do you typically do?
Maybe sometimes it could be maybe 2. Mm-hmm. 2 or 3.
How long, like, after you finish it? Like, okay, I don't like the way this turned out. I'm going to do another version.
It might be the next day.
Okay.
Yeah. Or even that night we might scrap it.
Yeah.
After listening back, if it just doesn't feel right, it's like, yeah, that's not it. And we'll both look at each other. Yeah, that's just not it. That's not it. Mm-mm. And then we'll scrap it and just do
Start
whole
over.
Yeah. We might even change the whole concept, the whole melody
really?
and everything. Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
How long does it take to produce a song from start to finish?
Ooh. You mean like mixing and mastering and all that? I mean, it really just depends. Like sometimes, we could do a song, record it in 4 hours. Maybe less. Mm-hmm. And then Chris will mix it, put all the vocals and everything into the right space. I mean, if he did the track, then he would mix the track and the vocals together. So, I mean, that could take like maybe a day with him. Because he'll keep going and going and going, but then he'll give it ear break. And then, so after a day, he'll go back and listen, readjust some more. Yeah. I mean, it could like from start to finish, it could take like a week.
Okay.
I mean, maybe longer if you're going back and forth.
Yeah. Do you goal yourself like, okay, I want to get 10 songs done in a week, or you do?
We do.
Okay.
Ever since we had that moment where it was like
you were pushed to
in 2 days. Yeah. I mean, we can literally knock out a bunch of songs and send them back to people. I think that's what's been kind of the most impressive thing with us, with different producers. Like, dang, y'all turned that around that quick, and it sounds like this. It sounds like a full record already.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's pretty cool. How do you guys balance? How do you and Chris, your husband and business partner, balance that relationship? Like, when do you know? Like, how do you know to turn it off? Like, okay, this is Chris, my husband, and then this is Chris, my business partner. Like, how do you manage and juggle the different hats you have to wear? And then you as a wife, like, okay, I need to put on my business partner hat.
Yeah,
versus
it's
my
really hard.
wifey hat.
Yeah, I don't think we ever come out of the wifey business or husband business mode. I think it's just become a part. I mean, we've tried to separate it,
but it's like
it
not
just becomes
gonna
a part of just who we are as a relationship. I know I've just come to grips with it. It's like, but I think both of us make a really good effort in, making sure we spend time with our son and our family and, stepping away from the studio and, going in our room and watching a movie together or something. Like both of us have like our moments where we're just, one might be more on it than the other one. Yeah. But we just kind of bounce off of each other.
Now your son is 8?
Yeah.
Okay. Does he have an interest in music at all?
He does.
Okay.
He's a really good singer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. His pitch is actually spot on.
Wow.
Yeah. And everything he hums and sings. And I don't think he wants to be, and just at this moment in time, I don't think he wants to be a singer. I think he just likes to sing. Yeah. Because he likes the movement of music. Oh. Okay. I honestly think he's going to be, or maybe I might be hoping, he might be like a TV scorer or a movie for film score, because every theme song, every piece of the scoring of a movie, he remembers. And then we'll hear him in the tub or in the bathroom or in his room or cleaning up or something. And he's humming it note for note. Oh, okay. Like not missing one note. Okay. Got the melody perfect. So I don't know, that's what he likes. And he likes to produce too. Like,
would you encourage him to go into entertainment?
Absolutely.
Cool. Did you have another song that you wanted to?
Oh, I did, yeah.
Okay, we have another. Dria wants to share another song, but we do have the Ray J featuring Dria and Migos video that we can probably play.
Yeah,
and then that way we can load up your single. We're gonna do brand new.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So we'll do brand new. We were gonna do the Ray J song as the closing song, but we'll plug that in now.
Okay.
So that way we can do brand new.
Okay, cool.
We'll close out with brand new.
Thank you.
Poetess, can we get the Ray J video up? Okay. So this is Dria featuring, well, Ray J featuring Dria and Migos with ATM. Check it out.
See it in your eyes when you're looking at me. Goddamn, I'm burning a hole through the middle of your Givenchy. You ain't ready for this B-side beat. Paired with a little cognac, a little something in my swisher sweet. I don't understand why I feel this way. Got me feeling like I'm in outer space. Swear I always been the type in the club that'll hold shit down. Caught up in the matrix, so far gone, don't wake me now. Don't keep me waiting, I'm anticipating. Come meet me, baby. In this dream, you and me, I'll be your safety. Come home when you need me. Got my arms wide open, I mean my legs wide open. Got my legs open like an ATM. Cash in, cash out. Got my legs open like an ATM. Cash in, cash out. Hundreds in a bank roll. Got me open 24. Extra got me kinda dough.
Beat it up, beat it up, beat it up. Like Michael Jackson, bout to beat it up. Got her legs open like an ATM, so I told her cash out on this bachelor. You the baddest bitch in the club, right? So I hit her with a left like fight night. In the club tight, diamond shining on bright. Looking like a walking paparazzi light. On the key, baby, call me Elvis. Can a nigga see below your pelvis? I did come alone, I came with the fellas. She wanna take it to the next level. I'm a trendsetter, baby, living better. She wanna see if I got real cheddar. My pocket so fat, look like Nutty Professor. The blue picture miss make her feel better.
Don't keep me waiting, I'm anticipating. Come meet me, baby. In this dream, you and me, I'll be your safety. Come home when you need me. Got my arms wide open, I mean my legs wide open. Got my legs open like an ATM. Cash in, cash out. Got my legs open like an ATM. Cash in, cash out. Hundreds in a bank roll. Got me open 24. Extra got me kinda dough. Damn, she wetter than a tsunami. Sweating like a motherfucker, hotter than a goddamn Mojave. She's a rider like a Ducati. If you wanna come and get it, spit it, I'll eat it like an edamame. I don't understand why I feel this way. Got me feeling like I'm in outer space. Swear I always been the type in the club that'll hold shit down. Caught up in the matrix, so far gone, don't wake me now.
Take up for young rich nigga, Christian Louboutin sweater. Gold told, these are messing my jealous. Pocket sloppy, wop it, change the weather. Slippery whip out of Cinderella. I can make it rain in the weather. I look like Frank Lucas in the chinchilla. Pull up in the Bentley, you niggas. I'm a veteran, you just a beginner. All set. Ooh, she wet like Pacific, her head is terrific. Lil' mama, she gift. She suck on the dick, baby girl, do not kiss it. Eat it up like I am Jiffy. Intelligent, independent, she been fucking with me from the very beginning. Church girl, when she with me, she sinning. I'm granting her when she calling me a genie. Got my finger on her panty line. Lil' mama bad, you should see her mom. She looking sexy when she chew on gum. Come with Offset, baby, have some fun. 3, 2, 1, lil' mama, she the bomb. In her Birkin bag, she keep my gun. These bitches second and she number one. She Brazilian, not American. Boring.
Don't keep me waiting, I'm anticipating. Come meet me, baby. In this dream, you and me, I'll be your safety. Come home when you need me. Got my arms wide open, I mean my legs wide open. Got my legs open like an ATM. Cash in, cash out. Got my legs open like an ATM. Cash in, cash out. Hundreds in a bank roll. Got me open 24. Extra got me kinda dough.
That's a hot song.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Scoop, you guys. That was Dria with Ray J and the Migos, ATM. Where'd you guys film that video?
At a club in Hollywood.
Okay, so that was out here. Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, you have, let everybody know, we're running out of time, but we are going to play your single.
Okay.
Brand new.
Okay.
But let everyone know where they can find you, where they can support your music.
Okay.
And your social media handles.
Okay. You can find me on Instagram at Dria Music, DRIA Music. Also on Twitter. SoundCloud is where I have all my music hosted, and Spotify. On SoundCloud, it's soundcloud.com/Dria Music, DRIA Music. And then on Spotify, it's just Dria. Now, there's 2 Drias on there.
Really?
Yeah.
Is her name spelled the same?
Yes.
Oh, no.
But just look for a brand new.
Okay, and then they'll know.
Yeah, and then they'll know
you.
that, yes, it's me.
Before we close out, can we get a little acapella?
Oh, sure.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
I guess we could do brand new before. Oh, also brand new's on iTunes too. I forgot to say that
Cool.
too.
Okay.
Okay. I put you back up on that shelf like some dusty old school J's. Yeah, you might be worth something one day, but that day just ain't today. So consider yourself expired. Consider this love retired. I'm sick and I'm so tired. I'm treading up today. My stock just raised. Yeah,
Ooh. Vocals. Can you teach people how to sing? Because I think I might want to learn.
Can I teach?
No, just kidding.
No.
Like, if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't.
Oh, you mean can you teach in general? Yeah, I think you can.
Okay. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think you can teach me.
No? Let me hear you.
No. I would never embarrass myself like that. No. Well, I thank you so much for coming on and hanging out.
I had a great conversation.
Yeah, this was like girl talk.
Yeah. See, it doesn't mean I'm just like, oh, I have an interview tonight at 9:30 at night, but it's like hanging out with my girlfriend, just talking.
The only thing we were missing was some drink.
Yeah, I was scared to say that we should have some wine.
We should have some wine. I actually would have been asleep with the wine.
Oh, yeah.
We would have had to have some Ciroc or something to keep me up.
Ciroc.
Ciroc is so good. Shout out Ciroc and Diddy.
Yes.
All right, you guys, you've been tuned into The Scoop. We are going to play Dria's latest single, Brand New. This is off her new album that's going to be coming out in August. So make sure you guys support her and what she's doing. This young lady is making waves. She's doing her thing. Again, you've been tuned into The Scoop. You can catch us here on Wednesdays, 9:30 p.m. Feel free to check me out on Instagram, Ms. Ashley Marie, or The Scoop on Air on Instagram as well, and Facebook. And you can email us at thescooponair@gmail.com with any of your inquiries. But it's been great hanging out with y'all tonight. Yeah. And this is, we're going to close out with Miss Dria, Brand New.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I put you back up on that shelf like some dusty old school J's. Yeah, you might be worth something one day, but that day just ain't today. So consider yourself expired. Consider this love retired. I'm sick and I'm so tired. I'm dreading up today. My stock just raised. Boy, you know you really got too comfortable for me. I ain't got no time to waste on you. While you comfortable, I'll be out here in them streets. Boy, you know you really got too comfortable for me. Boy, you know you waste my time. Can't you see that I'm treading in my purple jack for mine? Brand new. I'm treading in my Birkin bags for mine. Brand new. I'ma be a brand new chick with some brand new. Hit a brand new lick with my brand new. Oh, yeah. I be on that every day. He made me feel like a million when he be popping in my baby. Got that Jersey